Oh, have I got a killer workout for you today? This focus is going to be on the core, and the only piece of kit you're going to need is one of these, a Swiss ball. Now, we all know how important core is to be able to make sure you're strong in everyday life, but also make you efficient in whatever sport it is that you're targeting. So let's get going. Let's start with reverse crunch. For this one, you want to roll over the top of the ball and then walk your hands out away from you until it's just your shins that are resting on the ball. And you want your hands directly underneath your shoulders and then to have a straight line that goes all the way from your head down to your ankles for your starting position. And it's very important to keep your head in line as well, so you're not putting any strain on your neck. And once you're happy with your starting position, you're going to bring your knees towards your chest in a crunch style motion. And it's all very important about keeping control. So you want to make sure there's no other movement happening, and only bring your knees in as far as you can still maintain that control, and then extend your legs away back to the starting position. That counts as 1 rep. You want to aim for 10 to start with and try to do 3 lots through. But remember that form is more important than the number here. So if you're finding you're starting to round in your shoulders, your neck's getting tired, then cut it there, have a rest, and then come back. Onto the Russian twist. So for this one, you want to lie back on the ball so your mid-back is resting on the ball and your knees are bent. So your knees should be at 90 degrees with them directly above your ankles. And once you're in that stable position, then raise your hands up towards the ceiling as though you're pointing to the ceiling above you. So you're going to clasp your hands together. From there, you're then going to draw an arc over to the right. So keeping your arms straight, keeping your hips facing to the ceiling or the sky, and you're going to rotate with the shoulders so you'll feel all of your torso slightly twisting to the right. Go as far as you can control, that you can make sure your hips are still level, and then you're going to bring it back to the center and rotate over to the left hand side and back to the center. That counts as 1 rep. So aim to do 10 in total, have a rest, and do it a total of 3 times. And if you want to make it a little bit harder, then you can simply add a weight into your hands, whether that's a can of beans or an actual weight, and repeat the movement in the same way. But it will be your shoulders that are moving and rolling across the ball. Just make sure your hips stay parallel to the ceiling. So for this one, you need to start by lying on your back, holding the ball between your lower legs. And you need to engage your core and make sure your back is nice and flat against the ground. And from there, you're going to bring your legs up towards you. So you're basically crunching your torso towards your legs so that you can meet in the middle, take the ball into your hands. And then from this crunched position, you're going to extend. So you extend your arms over above your head, taking the ball with you, and simultaneously extending your legs so that you end up in a fully stretched position, ball in hands. Then you're going to reverse that, so you're going to crunch back up, bringing the ball back to meet your legs that have come in as well. Put the ball between your legs, extend away so that you're back into that extended position, but the ball is now resting on the ground in between your ankles. So that's 1 rep. It's a pretty tough exercise this, so just start off by doing 5 at one time. Aim for 3 sets through, but really concentrate on making sure that you're keeping your back nice and secure against the floor and that you've got a really strong core engaged. You'll find it hard to do without, trust me. This one I find really tough, but it looks quite simple. So you're going to start by kneeling on the floor in front of your ball and rest your forearms and your elbows on the ball, interlink your fingers in front of you. And from there, you're going to pivot through your knee joints. So you're keeping kneeling down the whole way through. And you're simply going to roll the ball away from you as far as you can manage to maintain that control. And you'll start to find that your core is really working. You might not get as far away as you thought, but it's all about the control. So if you start to wobble too much or lose that control, then bring the ball back in a nice controlled motion to your starting point. As it's a tough one, aim for 8 reps to start with and try and go 3 times through. You might want to actually kneel on something soft because it is a bit of pressure going through your knees, and it takes a little bit of time to experiment exactly what starting position you need and where you need to place your hands on the ball, but you'll soon figure it out. And once you've got the hang of it, aim for just 8 reps to start with because it is a toughie, and try and do it 3 times through. Now for this one, you might find it easier if you can get a wall. So you want to put your feet where the bottom where the wall meets the ground. You're going to be lying on the side of your ball. So you want the ball resting between your hips and your shoulders, and your feet one in front of the other next to the wall. And from here, simply place your hands or rest them very lightly on the side of your head and rotate your body so that you are at right angles to the ground. So if you did have a wall in front of you, you'd be parallel to that. So you want to make sure you've got a nice straight line with your torso resting over that ball, and also a straight line down through the middle of your torso. Once you've got that starting position, you're simply going to drop your lower side down as far as you can go. So it's keeping your hands, so you'll be dropping your elbow, but keeping contact with your head as far as you can manage from there, and then you're going to come back up to the starting position. Now repeat 10 on one side and then swap over. Make sure that you swap your legs as well. If you've had one foot in front of the other, make sure the other foot goes in front of the other when you're next to the wall, and repeat the same through again on the next side. Your core isn't solely the muscles at the front of your body, it's actually the muscles all the way around your torso which help control the movement. However, this exercise is going to predominantly work your hamstrings, that's where you'll feel it, but in order to do the exercise well, you are going to need to fully engage and work that core too. So start off by lying on the ground on your back with your legs resting on your ball, so just your lower legs, your calves basically, resting on the ball, and from there you're going to simply push your hips up towards the ceiling, so you're going into a sort of bridge but using the ball as part of your stability. And once you've got there, you're going to keep your hands on the ground just to add for the stability for the time being, and make sure you've got a straight line again going from the ankles through your hips to your shoulders this time. And once you're happy and you're controlled in that starting position, you're going to pull your heels towards your bottom all the time, trying to keep your trunk nice and stable. Bring it in as far as you can, and then you're going to extend your legs so you're back to that starting position. So it's basically a hamstring curl whilst lying on your back. There's quite a few ways which you can make this harder, but start off by just trying to concentrate on nailing that, and if you can, aim for 10 reps. Again, do it 3 times through. But if you're ready to progress, there's 2 options here. First off, you could take your hands off the ground beside you, and just rest them over your chest. That way you're going to be reducing your base, so your stability, because you'll be using a lot of your hands to start with if you're in that position. So that will make it a lot harder. You're pivoting purely on your shoulders and your heels on the ball. Or you could progress it a step further and go to single leg. If you are going to do single leg, just simply lift one of the legs off the ball, so it's resting just above, and all your weight is then going down through the ball in one leg. And this is when it's key to make sure that your hips stay level. So your hips need to be pointing to the ceiling or the sky and remain in that same position the whole way through the movement, and it will really start to work your core as well as your hamstring. I will be amazed if after all of that your core is not on fire. Well, go and give those exercises a go and let me know how you feel the burn. So hopefully you've enjoyed the session, or you've at least enjoyed watching me suffer. If so, give us a like, and remember you can check out GTN on all of our social media channels too.